All right, good morning, guys. And so this is going to be a walkthrough for today's task, okay? And so as we kind of learned yesterday, hopefully, we're in this for the long haul, kiddos, all right? And so yesterday you had a chance to do your downdraft. Today we're going to take a step into what I'm calling a developing draft, all right? And this is 1.0, and there will be other 1 point things to come, all right? And so please plan on being in this for long haul. Writing is not about getting done. All right. Writing is about engaging in a process and working through the challenges and struggles of that, and hopefully creating something that comes together in the way that we wanted to. And that's why we're so focused on purpose for right now. All right. So remember, this is about your growing as a writer. This is not about the product you develop. All right. And so the only way that we're going to grow as writers is we continue to work through the process. And today we're going to continue to work through the process. All right. So that being said, I want to walk through what you're going to do today. All right. There are four parts. Is that right? Yeah, there are four parts to this. All right. The first part is I need you to respond to yesterday's work by answering these questions below. Okay. They don't need to be lengthy answers, but they need to be honest answers. Okay. And so there are five questions here. Count, Syrie. There are six questions here that I need you to respond to. All right. And so please do that. You will do that right here on this draft. Okay. Next thing that you're going to do after you're done answering the questions regarding yesterday's work is you're going to copy and paste the information from the cell below, this cell right here, all right, into the drafting document from yesterday. This is going to be an ongoing thing. Each day you will copy and paste a new heading into the drafting document. The drafting document's where we're going to keep all of our work, because I want you to see the transformation, the evolution of your writing from that down draft all the way to a complete draft by the end of the quarter. All right. And so expect to do this every single day. This will be our first stab at it. All right. And so you are going to not copy the whole cell, but copy the information here, all of this that I just did. So don't do this because it's going to copy the cell there. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but you don't need to do that. Just do this, copy, and then you're going to go to yesterday's downdraft, all right, which was right here is where you're supposed to start writing, okay, and then you're going to go down below it, and then you are going to paste that information into there. The reason we have to do this every day is because if you already own this document and I can't make changes to it, so you're going to have to add information to it each time, all right? So what I need you to be thinking about and looking at here is, I want to get this, is there's the heading there, so you have reference, and we can go back to that. Genre, it's the same as you put down yesterday. If you're doing a journal, write journal again. Some of you might be making some changes, and if that's the case, then I need that change to be indicated today by putting your new genre here. Your purpose statement should be able to just copy and paste it from yesterday, but again, you might continue to refine that. And so each day I need you to put your purpose statement here, and if nothing else, it helps remind you that that needs to be at the forefront of your mind, because that's where we're headed. That's what you're seeking to accomplish. That's the eye on the prize that you need to keep. All right. And then copy and paste your latest draft here. So we go back to the day before. Let's say that this is my draft from yesterday. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it down to here. Okay. And so we'll do that each and every day. And again, my hope is that we see that progression, that transformation, that evolution as we continue to work through the drafting process. All right. Now, I want to get rid of this. Okay. So going back. All right. So this is the drafting document from yesterday. You copied and pasted that information into there from here. All right. And now we're going to look at today's focus. Okay. So today's focus, and there's going to be a new focus for every day, and today's focus is organization. Okay. And I'm just going to read through this with you really quickly. Basically, you will consider how you're going to organize your information. For example, if you're writing a personal essay, well, essays require the basic organization of paragraphs structured into an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. That should be old hat to you by now. All right. And so your downdraft from yesterday, which might have just been a big blah on the page, all right, needs to start taking some shape into some paragraphs. All right. Some of you are writing journals. All right. Well, the basic organization for a journal is it's chronological. There should be dated entries. And so in today's draft, you should start seeing some dated entries, because That's what a journal looks like. So when you're thinking about organization, think in terms of like, what does it look like from the outside? Even before I read it, there is a structural organization that I expect to see for your different genres. Okay. If you're writing a poem, well, the basic organization requires stanzas, kiddo. All right. And if you haven't begun thinking about how your poem is going to take shape, today is the time to start thinking about that. All right. And the list goes on, whatever you've chosen. Okay. You should have learned something about the basic organizational structure of your genre from your research last week. It might be beneficial to review or continue that research about your selected genre. Okay. If some of you skipped that step last week, I think you skipped an important big step. And so I would encourage you to go back and really do some research on how do I write a journal? How do I write a monologue? How do I write a personal essay? There are just so many things out there for you to learn, and so little time that we have in this distant opportunity or distant communication realm we find ourselves in. You guys, you can't rely on me for everything. I've got to lean on you a little bit to do some of your own independent research and work. Okay. Um, and so that's today's focus is organization. This is today's task. All right. Today, your writing should start taking some shape. All right. If it's an essay, it should start having some paragraphs, journal. There should be some entries, poems, some stanzas. Okay. Um, each day, I'm going to ask you to spend a minimum of 20 minutes, and I would like you to set the timer on your phone, and I'd like you to stick to that. Okay. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're writing the entire time. Writing isn't only doing this. Writing is pausing, thinking, scratching our head. All right. Maybe I have so little hair because I've written so much and I just scratch it all away. I don't know. All right. But it's an honest 20 minutes that I'm asking from you. All right. And it should take shape. Okay. By no means are we even close to being finished today. We're just moving towards our end game, and our end game is to achieve our purpose. And so that's why I've left this little message down here for you. It's like, don't forget your purpose. That should be in the forefront of your mind. All right. And that's why I'm going to continue to have you post it every single day and review it, because that is where you're headed. And if you need to change your purpose statement a little bit, that's what we do as writers. Okay. But we have to have an end in mind. Otherwise, we're just kind of just, you know, treading water. All right. And so I want to swimming ahead. Okay. And so that's why I'm going to continue to ask you to think about your purpose. All right. So that is today's task. All right. The focus is organization. And then the task is to spend 20 minutes helping your downdraft from yesterday begin to take shape today. And once you put your 20 minutes in, your honest 20 minutes, all right, you can be done for the day. All right. So hopefully that helps. I know I went on for quite a while there, but I felt like I needed to make sure that we understood what we were doing today. And again, I ask for your patience, all right, and just your persistence in working towards our purposeful end. Okay. All right. Hopefully this helps, guys.